Hello, hi, welcome everybody. This is another edition of Travelweek webinars. My name is Devin Kanaz. I'm the publisher and leader of Travelweek. We try very hard to get you the information that you need so you can do your job. And today we have a very special guest all the way from Mexico. I know us Canadians, we've been missing the sunshine, we've been missing the tequila, so we're going to be going down in droves this winter to sunny Mexico. So we have someone here today from Loreto in Baja California. And we're going to learn all about the activities, the hotels, the airlift, and everything you need to know to sell this destination to your clients. So before I introduce our guest, just a little bit of housekeeping. So we're gonna save questions until the end. So there's a Q&A box. So type them in there and I will get them answered for you at the end. And there's a chat box, and this chat box is if you want to reach my production team, if you're having any technical difficulties. And the fun part about the housekeeping is that if you stay all the way to the very end, you are going to be entered to win a fabulous, fabulous prize, which is 7 nights hotel accommodation in this beautiful destination. So you can go down there yourself. So without further talking from me, I am going to introduce our guest today, Jesus Ordonez, and he's the director of Visit Baja Sur. Hello, Jesus. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Devin and everyone attending. Thank you very much for your time and the space you're granting us. We are very happy and very excited to be sharing this wonderful destination of our state, Baja California Sur, Loreto. And hoping you guys will be able to send and refer your clientele over here to spend some wonderful time in this coming winter. So I'm very excited to be here today.
Thank you. That's great. Thanks so much. And please tell us all about this exciting destination and get our appetite whet for Mexico.
All right. I will shut my video down just for sake of better communication and because sometimes it slows the pace of the audio. So I'll be coming back to you at the end. Well, again, thank you. We're very happy and excited to be here with you guys today. And we're going to be talking about Loreto. Loreto is a magnificent place in which we value and protect the gifts of nature, and we love to share them with you. We love travelers with the spirit of exploration. Those on an expedition on life will find Loreto as part of their journey. Travelers who appreciate the environment and contribute to its preservation will feel at home. And without further more, I will like just to point out where Loreto is located. If you see the green shade is the state of Baja California Sur, which is just half of the peninsula of Baja California in Mexico, which looks like a finger, just right underneath California. And we're just the half south of the peninsula. Half means, Baja is lower and Sur is south. So it's the lower south portion of the peninsula, and Loreto is where the blue dot is, which is pretty much halfway through the peninsula on the Gulf of California side. So we have 2 oceans surrounding our state. On the left-hand side, we have the Pacific Ocean, and on the inside, we have the Gulf of California, which is very rich in biodiversity. Currently, we have, this is the international connectivity for Loreto. We have a seasonal flight from Calgary with WestJet. These flies from mid-November to the end of May. We're having one flight a week this year, which we're very happy to continue to have WestJet flying into our destination. And we also have flights from San Francisco and Los Angeles with Alaska Airlines. and also from Phoenix and Dallas with American Airlines. There's also an opportunity to fly with the low-cost carrier from Mexico. For those travelers that are near the south, near the San Diego area, through the Cross Border Express, which is a bridge that gets you from the San Diego, directly into the Tijuana airport. So from there you can grab one of the low-cost air carriers, one of the major low-cost carriers of Mexico, Volaris, and fly directly into Loreto. What I would just like to point out here is that most of you guys might be familiarized with Los Cabos, which is at the south tip of the peninsula, at Land's End. And we have only one road that connects the whole state. That's Highway 1. So from Los Cabos to La Paz is about a 2-hour drive. From La Paz to Loreto is about 4-hour drive. But there's a lot to do in between all of these places. So for those of you who have sent clients to Los Cabos, I'm sure they've liked the scenery of Los Cabos, so they will also like the scenery and all the things that we have to offer near and Loreto. So here we go. What our travelers can do while in Loreto. We have navigating, sailing the Gulf of California has been a bucket list for a lot of people. The reason why is because we have one of the largest national protected marine parks in the region, and all of the islands are a UNESCO heritage site. So these islands are pretty much sanctuaries for life, for what is on the water and what is on the land. And that's what makes this region unique for those that like to sail and travel from island to island. And this is a great way to explore and immerse in the Gulf of California, which has been called as the aquarium of the world because of the rich biodiversity. We also have, as you can imagine, well, islands and beaches. So these are places where no currents and no waves are found. So it's great for children. You can walk a few miles into the water without water going above your waist. And it's just magnificent because it's like a gigantic pool and people really get to enjoy it. It's a white sand beach and really, really pleasant. As you can see, we have a lot of beachfront. So you can find a lot of places where you might be the only one at the beach at any given point. So this is what you get, small boats that will take people into the beach, into the island for them to relax and spend some quality time with themselves and with their loved ones. So this is kind of the experience we will be sharing. Also, diving and snorkeling are big things to do. Again, more than 200 diving sites near and around Loreto. So there's plenty to do year-round diving wise. So obviously the best diving time is the summer from June to the end of December. Water temperature is really nice, really warm. I just went swimming with the sea lions yesterday and it was just spectacular. We didn't even wear a wetsuit or anything. So the richness again and the biodiversity under the water is as rich as you can imagine. And on snorkeling is also a great thing to do. If you're accompanied by someone that doesn't like to dive, they can always snorkel. Kayak has been a very popular amongst North Americans and Europeans visitors to this region because there are tour operators that can do kayaking trips for very beginners to very advanced. So those that go island kayaking, they sleep in one beach one night and then they get their camp up and go to the next beach on a day cruise through the island. and they can do 7 days, or you can only do a day trip if you want to. And if you've never experienced it, you can try it out here. As you can see, wide open spaces with beautiful scenery, turquoise waters with different tonalities. And this is why a lot of people like to come down here and spend some quality time. We're about to start whale season, and the whale that visits the water of the marine park of the Bay of Loreto is the blue whale. This is the biggest of the mammals in the world, and is a very shy animal. So they come down here to give birth and breed. And so next year, every year they come and visit our waters. So this is a great experience for anyone, for all ages. And we recommend that someone with this interest will do at least 2 days of whale watching, because you're out in the wild, in the nature, and you never know what you're going to get. So it's always great to be at least 2 days out. And then we also have nearby Loreto, the gray whale in Magdalena Bay. And this is the friendliest of the whales. They come close to the boat and they bring their newborns close to the boat. So I don't know who's watching who. Either they're watching us or we're watching them, but whichever way that is, you will get a great experience. It's a magnificent animal that comes very close to you and is very friendly to try to get to know us. Sport fishing is being a must do in this region. We can drag to have 365 days of sport fishing. As I said before, we've got the beauty of having a lot of ocean around us. So if the catching is not that good on the Gulf of California, then we go to the Pacific or vice versa. So we've got the big pelagics on the region, marlin, swordfish, wahoo, tuna, yellowfin, mahi-mahi or dolphin, which is the one on the picture. And we can have 365 days of fishing depending on what it is that you want to catch. We will tell you when to come, or whenever you're coming, we will tell you what you can catch on those days. So fishing has been always a great thing to do and very sought after by a lot of foreigners. And then we can blend this with cave paintings. The Baja California Peninsula is it's a treasure for those who want to immerse on the cultures of the first Californians, the people that lived in this region before the Spaniards came to discover the treasures. And we have a lot of their cave paintings that show us the way they saw their lives, the animals they share their space with, and their cosmovision. So these cave paintings are impressive and are still very well kept, even though they are exposed to the natural elements. You see a cave here, which is San Borjita, and this is carbon dated for a period of 7,500 years to 12,000 years of age. So these are some of the oldest cave paintings in all of America. And then we have the Mission Trail, which is when the Spaniards came to discover this region. The mission started in Loreto. So Loreto was the first capital of California. And the word California was established here in Loreto. So the mission endeavor started in Loreto, went all the way down to Los Cabos, and all the way up to close to San Francisco, California. So there were 3 different Catholic movements that made this possible. The Jesuits started it, then the Dominicans, and then the Franciscans. So you can see and witness where they build these missions, still in working order. So you visit them, you can really see small museums right next to them. And in this case, the one in the picture is our mission of San Javier, which is up on a mountain, on a Sierra range in the middle of nowhere. And it's incredible to see how these guys were able to find the oasis that the first Californians knew where to go for sources, and they built missions there. So it's really nice to see. This is the San Ignacio mission on the north of the state, and as you can see, palm trees and oases around. They built these missions where water was found. Also, bird watching. We have birds on our region throughout the year, and these are the blue-footed boobies, which most people think they're only found in the Galapagos. Well, we have them here too, in Loreto, one of the islands of Loreto, and they live year-round here, and these are baby pelicans. There's a large, also hiking. You can do a lot of hiking around this area. As you can see, most of it is done near the Sierra Range and the sea, so you've got magnificent views to the ocean. And surfing, we have a great surfing spot called San Juanico, which has the second longest wave in the world. And as you can see, these ladies went from 2 boards, all 3 into 1 board. So that's the longest wave, and you can really have fun riding it. And it's just a few hours down from Loreto. A road trip is also a great idea to explore this region. As I said, we only have one road that goes from Los Cabos all the way to Guerrero Negro or Tijuana, and even to Canada, actually, which is the one that connects the Highway 1 with the US. So it's really easy to get around, and even if you get off the beaten path, you will find great adventures and great places to visit. We can also include golf on the itinerary. We have 2 golf courses in Loreto. Loreto Bay and Danzante Bay golf courses, and these are breathtaking views, challenging course, really pretty with great scenery. You blend the desert, the Sierra Range, and the Gulf of California and the islands. So the scenery is really, really, really nice. And we top it up with gastronomy. The main dish around this area is the chocolata clam. It comes from the name chocolate because the outside of the clam, the shell, has a brown color that resembles that of chocolate, but instead of having an E at the end, we added an A. So it's chocolata, and you can have it raw, you can have it with cheese as you look in here at the grill, or that's the raw version of them, or many other ways. So as you can imagine, seafood, fish, clams, scallops, and all that is main diet around this region. The seasons where you can do most of these activities, well, we have surfing from summer, fall, and winter, diving, kayak, fishing, and sailing throughout the year. We also have hiking and camping. We recommend not to do it on the summer only because of the climate. But we also have the mission trails and the photography expeditions, as well as the bird watching throughout the year. Marine mammals and sea life watching is mainly on summer, spring, and winter. And cave paintings we recommend to do on the spring and winter as well. And this map, you will be able to see where most of these activities are located. And as you can see, they are located throughout the whole region, which makes it really easy to go on day trips to do various things to various places. Where to stay in Loreto? We have 5-star and 4-star hotels. We got close to 400 rooms within these categories. And we also have close to 60 rooms on small boutique hotels located right downtown Loreto. We also have a little more than 200 rooms between 3-star hotels located right downtown Loreto, and also villas and suites, 32 rooms between 3 properties, and 2-star places with close to 50 rooms. Due to the pandemic, the destination came up with a proposal for visitors, a one-week takeover. So one-week takeover is what small hotels have come together to make sure that those who don't want to take any risk could take over the entire hotel, the smallest being 4 rooms and the average being 10 to 12 rooms. So if you have a party of 8, you can take over a 4-room hotel, and you will know that no one else will be sharing those facilities other than your party. And that way it goes for most of the places. We have 16 hotels as part of this program, and 4 tour operators that will also cater for just you and your party on their boats or their vessels or their vehicles. Currently, given the conditions for travelers going back into Canada, we have all the protocols and safety measures ready to take the PCR test to go back. And Baja California Sur, as a state, everyone is under one hygiene and sanitation protocol called Punto Limpio, and this is a federal government protocol established specifically for tourism. So with this, we guarantee that everybody is under the same safety and hygiene sanitation protocols. That way, Baja California Sur was the first state in the Pacific Mexico to receive the safe seals, safe travel seals from the World Travel and Tourism Council. There are 3 places where the PCR test could be taken. And all of these 3 places, some of them work with the various hotels. So they usually have an agreement that they will come to the hotel, or if you have to go to their facilities. The downtown, Loreto downtown is only 5 minutes away from the airport. So it's really, really easy and fast to do. And it costs, the PCR test cost somewhere around 92 Canadian dollars. Well, that's what we have for you. Thank you very much. And I hope we were able to share valuable information. I think we can open for questions or the dynamic that Devin mentioned. I think you're on mute, Devin.
Hi, sorry, you think I know how to use Zoom by now. Okay, that was great. Wow, looks like a fun place. I'll have to come visit sometime myself. Just a reminder, agents, can you please put your questions in the Q&A box, and I will go through them right now. And I just want to remind you of the prize. If you stay all the way to the end, it's a 7-night stay. Jesus, do you have any more details on that 7-night stay?
Do I have any more details on what? Sorry?
The 7-night stay, which is the prize.
Oh, yeah. The price, yes, we are including a 7-night stay in Loreto and activities as well for the winner. And I will ask Luzma to share some of those details for us. If you could please, Luzma.
Well, actually, I do have a list. I saw one of the questions that if we can send them to you, we can definitely send the list of the takeover hotels that are participating. Sorry, I'm going to turn my camera on. And I think that will be easier, but it depends on the rate of the hotel. And normally, like the rates in Loreto are like between $150 and $200. So,
wait, Luzma, they are asking about the price, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, there was the name of the hotel. I have it. Hold on.
it's just we have many participating, so I can.
Luzma, the name of the hotel for the prize for the winner.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Yeah, it's 1697 hotel. It's a very small and cozy, like boutique style hotel, and it's in the heart of Loreto. And well, it's We can probably share you some pictures or I'm gonna send you the website so you can have easy access to it. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, maybe you can just put the website in the chat box, and then if
Yeah, will
agents
do.
want to check it out, that's really great to hear, though. Small, intimate, boutique, historic hotel,
Yeah,
great place to stay.
and yeah, it's an 8-room hotel with its own restaurant and its own brewery. So it's
Oh, that's fun.
right in the heart of town. So it's very easy to walk, like Jesus was mentioning, like to the mission or just like around the town. You'll absolutely love it. I'll just share it with you.
Okay, let's start with these questions. How do you say this name? Udu would like to know if there's going to be any lift from Toronto anytime soon.
Not right now. We've been also trying to get airlift from that region, but we do not have anything solid as of now. Hopefully, in the near future, we will have it.
Okay, but there would be all kinds of ways to connect through the US if they wanted to leave from Toronto.
Yeah, either from Dallas, or I think that will be the closest, Dallas, and then have the Dallas flight directly to Loreto.
Okay. Can you maybe comment on some of the other accommodation that is available in your region? If someone wanted to go for a longer period of time, let's say a month, or let's say they wanted a kitchen, what kind of availability do you have?
Yeah, there are rental places, both vacation rentals or just long-term rentals. And some of these hotels could also accommodate for that. There are kitchenette hotels with kitchenettes and stuff like that, and or outside cooking spaces for general use that are really, really nice, really neat places. As Luzma said, the place where the winner is gonna stay, 1697, which is the year Loreto was founded by the Jesuits. It's right downtown, and it's very cozy, very, as she said, has its own brewery, so it's really great. Some of these places could also accommodate for longer term stays, but mostly is downtown Loreto or nearby Loreto at a place called Loreto Bay, which has a large number of Canadian expats that bought property there, and then they rent it out.
Yeah. Okay. Can you paint us a picture? What is downtown Loreto like?
All right, great, sure. Well, downtown Loreto, there's the Mission, and then there's the City Hall, and there's the Plazuela. So it's a small, very cozy place. Restaurants and hotels are around that region, but also shops and local homes. There is a large number of both American and Canadian expats that live there. They've bought old homes and rebuilt them, and they spend a lot of time there too. So you will really get a blend. You will really be able to blend in with the locals, and they will love to share their stories and their recommendations as to where to eat and what to do. So this is a very tranquil destination. Just so that you get an idea, the population is 18,000 inhabitants, including the expats that come and go on the winter. So it's a very small destination. Everybody knows each other, and you can really feel and taste the way that a small Mexican community with scarce resources have been able to survive for such a long time. So that's a bit of the vibe. It's really open.
And so it's safe. You can walk around, bars, restaurants to choose from, that kind of thing.
Correct. You could, yeah, that's exactly what happens. You could go a walking distance to everywhere if you are staying downtown Loreto. So you can pretty much do everything walking. You can go to the harbor to catch a boat, to go out to the islands. You could do just go to any of the downtown restaurants. I mean, it's really a place where you can do pretty much everything walking.
Okay, now most everyone's heard of Los Cabos, and I'm sure some of the agents have even been there. What is the sales pitch for Loreto over Los Cabos? Like, how do you draw those people to your destination instead?
All right, great question. Thank you. Well, Los Cabos is more of a resort destination. People that go to Los Cabos either stay at a all-inclusive and do and stay within the property, or do some of the activities that are similar to those in Loreto, like golf or whale watching or fishing. But Loreto has a very different speed, so to speak, to life. It's calm. You get more time to do things. You really get to blend in with the locals, which in Los Cabos sometimes is hard to do because everything's too spread around. Not because they don't want to, it's just the way the town is structured. When you go to San Jose del Cabo or at night, you do get to blend in with the locals and they are walk and all that. But in Loreto, it's a different pace, it's a different vibe. Loreto, you will hear the locals that they want you to enhance and promote the beauty and the pristine of the place, and they want you to keep it that way because they want to keep it that way. And they will share what they have with you, even though there's, you know, a scarcity of many things, but the way they've lived for quite some time, they are very proud of it, and they are welcome and willing to share it with the foreigners. So it's a different pace, I will say.
So it's more intimate, it's more chilled out, it's off the beaten path, it's more nature kind of experience.
Correct. Yeah, this is for outdoor people. This is more for those that want to explore and feel great outside, which we know that Canadians, with all the beauty that you guys have there, you're used to that. You like going out, you like going to the lakes, to the rivers, to the mountains. You're pretty active. So you will have that same type of experience, but under very different circumstances. You're here have, you know, we don't have snow or anything like that, but we have deserts, we have oases, we have a lot of water too. So yeah, you will feel at home.
Yeah, your destination is quite well positioned to take advantage of some of the trends that are emerging out of COVID. The fact that everyone wants to be outside, the fact that they want more space to themselves plays well to your destination. Can you maybe let me know what other trends you're seeing come out of COVID? Maybe it's bigger group sizes or smaller group sizes. Just what are you seeing?
Yeah, we're looking at smaller group sizes, and also people is much more willing to explore, to get out. They are looking for that, and we have, as I mentioned, wide open spaces where most likely you won't run into anybody else. So the willingness of the traveler to really to hear, to get to know, to get to taste what the locals have, we think has broadened. They are looking for that, and they are a little more adjustable to whichever condition or situation they will face.
That's good. Maybe makes it easier for you and your hotel partners. Okay,
Yeah.
I have another question here. It seems this agent might be looking to work remotely from here herself. She wants to know how good is the Wi-Fi connection?
The Wi-Fi within Loreto, there are some, there's a region or an area where it works okay, but since most of the things we do are outside, not everywhere you will get connection, but within Loreto, not a problem.
Okay, excellent. And the final question Gail would like to know, is there golf nearby?
Yeah, there are 2 golf courses nearby Loreto, one at Danzante Bay, which is 40 minutes away from Loreto at Villa del Palmar. Beautiful course, really, really pretty and dramatic views and challenging. And then we have another one 20 minutes away from downtown Loreto, which is called Loreto Bay at the Loreto Bay Resort. This is a little flat, but really pretty and really challenging as well. So we've got 2 courses.
Okay, we'll wrap up in a second here. You told me something really interesting before we started the webinar, that your area is almost back to pre-pandemic arrival levels. Can you maybe use this to inspire us Canadians? Like, we're a little bit further behind in our opening up than you are. So tell us how there is light at the end of the tunnel and tourism will come back.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I was telling you and Megan that this year we're looking at having more tourists coming than what we had in 2019, which was a flagship year for us. And we have recovered all of our connectivity. Even we have a little more connectivity than we had before. We have had new hotels coming to both Los Cabos, La Paz, and Loreto with smaller boutique hotels. And yeah, we have seen an increase of tourists coming, both nationals, US, and hopefully Canadians too. We know that some US citizens decided not to go back into the US for COVID. They decided they were safer here. And so they stayed year round, and they've been back and forth now, but Loreto was the latest of all of our destinations to get any COVID patient or contagious people. So they had very few people that have had the COVID influx. So there were some locations that they decided not to let anybody in, so to make sure that they will not get it. So they were pretty cautious about it. And being a small populated place, it makes it easier for them to really be able to handle it well. And as you mentioned, now that the US border had opened, we're gonna definitely see a big demand of people that usually drive. Another trend that we've seen, going back to your previous question, is we have seen a lot of travelers coming on motorcycle, bicycles, and obviously the RVs, which have been big for quite some time, as well as motorcycles. But I mean, you see motorcycles on the road every single day, many. So the road trip to Baja is a must do, a bucket list for a lot of people, and that has not stopped at any moment. So we will see an increase on those, and then the snowbirds coming. They're gonna really have a good time down here.
Would you say that people should book early because January, February, March might get really busy?
Yes, absolutely. And that's a great question. We were talking last week with the Loreto Hotel Association, and they told us that their booking have really increased in the last few weeks. It was normal. And so there are dates within destinations that there are not any available rooms. So yeah, we will definitely highly recommend booking ahead as soon as possible to get what you want.
Okay, that's great. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of Canadians this year. We need a little Mexico. It's been too long. Okay, I'll give you the final word. What do you want to say to travel agents out there?
All right. Well, I have a lot to say, so I need to be very concise. Well, we're very happy to be getting Canadians back. We know you guys have been here a long time. and know that Mexico is a safe place to come. We love you guys. Please help us to get the word out about Loreto. It's a very safe place. It's a very tranquil, very open. A lot of people don't know about Loreto, so they will be pleased to find out that there's a lot to do. It's very easy to get here if you're on the West Coast, I guess, but it's easy if you connect with the US. So Loreto is welcome. It welcomes you. Baja California Sur continues to welcome Canadians, and we'll love to see you here pretty soon and put together a fun trip for you guys and get to have a beer at Tecolote, the brewery at the place you guys are going to stay personally. So thank you.
Okay, you all heard that, agents. Jesus is going to buy you a beer if you come on down. And let's make it our mission to fill up that WestJet flight and send all of our lovely Canadians down to you. Okay, thank you so much for being here today. We do have that amazing 7-night prize, so we're gonna draw that and get back to someone today or tomorrow, letting you know that you're the winner. So thank you so much, Jesus, for being here and sharing your wonderful destination.
To the contrary, thank you guys. And any questions you guys have or might have, please let us know. We're here to support you. And we want you to consider us as part of your team, as we have all the information for destinations. If any destination in Baja California Sur, we'll be more than happy to support you. So thank you very much again, Devin, Megan, and Annie, for all the wonderful work you do at Travel Week.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye to you both, and goodbye, travel agents. We will see you on the next Travel Week webinar, and stay tuned to our daily newsletter for more information on Mexico and Baja Sur. Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you.